Hello and welcome to an enchanting episode of SHS Today. First, Madison Kaki shows us the science behind the sounds of music. Next, Lucas Fountain sheds a spotlight on a local independent artist. All of this and more in this week's musical special of SHS Today.
Hello, Saline. The halls are live with the sound of music in this music special of SHS Today. I'm Dawson Higgins.
And I'm Mitch Mazur. We have an arrangement of music-based material that I cannot wait to play for you. So let's rock on into our show.
We all know music is something everyone enjoys, but few really know why. Our good friend Madison Kaki takes a deep dive into the science of our love of music.
Have you ever noticed popular pop music playing in the background while you shop in a grocery store? And when you hop in your car, one of the first things you hear is music coming from your radio? That's because music has become a huge part of our lives. But why? What about music is so enjoyable to listen to? Well, I decided to research that topic. When we listen to music, the pitch and variations of sound help us give a combined cognitive, sensory, and overall full-body experience. Have you ever noticed yourself bounce your foot to the beat? Music goes throughout our body and the brain releases dopamine, which helps us feel happy, excited, and overall joy.
I think it does its job when it creates an emotion in someone. It may be an emotion of, I really didn't like it, but that's an emotion, right? That's a reaction. So if it created a reaction in somebody, it kind of did its job.
These melodies also help with many things within your day-to-day life. Many studies have shown that while you're studying, certain types of music help many people focus more on the work than the distractions around themselves.
So the music could become something like a sound machine, where it's blocking out other sounds that could be distracting. So I think we can use music in lots of different ways. We could use music to help us remember something, which I think is crucial.
It's as simple as that. Music is just sequences of sound that helps us within our day-to-day lives. I'm Madison Kaki. Back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, Maddie. Now I know why I can focus better when doing homework.
I prefer listening to white noise to help me focus. In fact, there's an entire event coming up based around calming sounds. At the upcoming Art and Sound event, experience the therapeutic properties of noise while immersing yourself in art. If you need this moment of relaxation, it will take place on January 22nd at 7 Notes Natural Health in Ann Arbor.
On another note, have you purchased your yearbook yet? The deadline to get your yearbook with customization is January 29th. Supply is limited, so don't wait. A link to the purchasing page can be found in the description.
The yearbook reports on many notable people and their stories. Today, we do the same in this latest episode of Artist Spotlight. Lucas Fountain gives us an in-depth look into a student musician here at the school.
We all listen to music, but not everyone has the drive to make their own. For this Artist Spotlight, I'm bringing you Quinn, an independent musician from Saline High School who's showcasing their new single, Left Unsaid.
I started making music during quarantine, so for me, COVID was actually a really great creative time. Making music is really what got me through a lot of my mental struggles. Over the past few years, I would stay up at night with my keyboard in my room and just create different melodies, and it made me feel incredibly inspired.
And with only the confines of their home, inspiration is all Quinn needed to not only produce their song, but create a music video that tells the personal story behind it.
I was inspired to write Left Unsaid based on a very specific event that happened during quarantine. I had a really good friend who had feelings for me, and I did not reciprocate those feelings. I had come to the realization that this person really only loved the idea of me and loved what I gave them.
This is you needing me, I'm not free therapy, you depend on me too much.
I wrote this song as like a release of the friendship in a way. 100% want to continue making music in the future. I'm planning on keeping it as a hobby on the side, but also like hopefully get connected with some professionals who can help me out.
You can support Quinn and their musical career by streaming Left Unsaid on Spotify or Apple Music and following their Instagram at Quinn Avallon. This was Artist Spotlight with Lucas Fountain. Back to you in the studio.
You should have left it all unsaid.
It's impressive to see what our fellow students are able to accomplish. If you're interested to hear more from Quinn, stay tuned for a Talk of the Town podcast coming in the near future.
That's all the news we have for you this week. We hope you learned something new about music. If anything in this episode piqued your interest, check the description for additional information. I'm Dawson Higgins.
And I'm Mitch Mazur. Remember to follow us on social media at SHS Today on Twitter and Saline Video on Instagram and YouTube. Tune in next week for an insight on some new classes to consider, the story behind the art murals in the hallways, and a new take on an infamous segment. Have a great week, Hornets.